different time when it wasn't going to conflict with that, but he just came running in here
My mistake. Sorry.
Idiot. 826 on Zeta 4. Now, speaking of idiots, here is Pulse. I have no idea what this magazine is, do you?
No.
Now, wait till you hear this. This is the January 19th issue, for those who know what it is.
Yesterday.
Morning personality Neil Rogers at Zeta 4 Miami is ill. Some say it could be serious and lingering. We hope rumors are not true.
What?
Meanwhile, though, his absence allowed Joey Reynolds at WSHE to make some strong headway as the book started. Reynolds with sidekick Bill Marshall never sounded better. Have you ever heard such crap in your life?
Where did that come from?
What is this magazine?
It's one of the many.
The Pulse of Broad... Oh, it's another one of those broad-chasing magazines, yeah.
Joey Reynolds fed him that information.
Can you believe that?
Boy,
Joey never sounded better? Well, I got news for you. If he never sounded better, that's a hell of a commentary on his career, isn't it? Because if you've listened to him lately, man, it's just like he's going through the motions.
They forgot to
He
mention...
doesn't even wear his baggy pants anymore.
Really?
No.
They forgot to mention you were sick in between the ratings.
Yeah. Isn't that interesting?
Well, there were no ratings being taken.
Could be serious and lingering. Now, Joey's problem is serious and lingering for about 30 years now, but that's another story. It's called No Ratings.
Sounds like wishful thinking.
It's wishful thinking to me. I can't believe this. From Pulse.
Boy.
Get that out of here. Talking
it's
about
only
the
like
new
a year from today, Ronald Reagan will be a former president.
Thank God for that.
Just thought I would
boy.
throw that out.
Well, if we can survive that long, that's excellent news.
365 days.
829 on Zeta 4. Let's go back to the calls, and thanks to whoever put that stupid piece of crap in Pulse. Yeah, I have a lingering illness from reading that crap. Dade County, hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Yeah, good. I just want to tell you that I got called by one of these rating services last night.
By Birch?
Huh?
Tom Birch.
I don't know who it was, but it was really wild because the first thing he started off saying was, what's your #1 radio music station? And without hesitation, I said Zeta 4, but I thought the question was kind of loaded by saying #1 radio music station. Not that you guys don't play music, but that's not what you're famous for.
Strange.
So I just thought I'd let you know that. Also, I heard that you already mentioned it. Somebody in the office here said you already mentioned it before, but the reason that all these women are supposedly listening to those two awful stations is because they're piping it into their brain all day long.
Yeah, that's true.
Speakers above their heads.
Yeah.
The girl in the office here, every time I talk to her, she's got to turn the music down because
music.
No, that is a good point. There are a tremendous number of women as secretaries and nurses and whatever, and they work in offices, and they have that crap piped in the background, and they're captive audiences, and I guess they feel compelled to write it down in their diaries that they're listening, even though they're like passive. They just happen to be there.
Yeah, I mean, I think they think that that's what music is, you know?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. If I were an advertiser, it would be a cold day in hell before I would put I'd buy any advertising on one of those stations that's just like a background, a subliminal kind of a background service. Yeah. Because nobody's paying any attention.
Speaking of advertising, I realize the value in the American capitalist system of advertisers and everything, and I won't mention any names that you've put on the air, but I really hate loud car commercials. And I have to say that's the only time I possibly change this channel is when I hear one of those. But you've earned a button on my car stereo, so...
Well, that makes it worthwhile. Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Boy.
Bye.
832 on Zeta 4, and if we've earned a button on his thing, that can't be all bad, right?
That's good news.
We all want to earn a button.
That's right.
Like this one here that says, get a life. That's my favorite.
That's my button right there.
We have an open line in Dade, 620-3600. That's our Dade County number. And, of course, if you live in Dade County, that's probably the one you ought to dial. Although you can always dial a Broward number.
Sure.
Like if you're messed up in the brain, like if you're a moron, those are the kind of callers we love. And if you're joining us in midstream, our subject for the day has been brain surgery for pygmies. No, seriously, we're talking about what our good dear friend on AM was discussing yesterday. Of course, he only talked about a little bit of it because he didn't want to fess up that AM is dead. Now, we've already taken that as a given. Because you notice most of these people, now a couple mentioned Alice or whatever, but very few of these people talk about AM because AM is passé. It's fini, at least in this market. Dead. D-E-D.
Boy, it went down quick, too, didn't it? You see how quick it went down?
Yeah, the 12th of October of last year, it kind of died. Okay, where are we going now? To Broward County. Hello?
Hello there, good buddy.
Yeah, how you doing, pal?
I listened to that other station, Shoot, what is it?
W Shoot, yeah.
W-E-D-R.
Oh, boy, do you really?
Yeah, my girlfriend says, get down to that funky music, white boy.
Yeah. Get Down Tonight. That's KC who does that.
Really?
No.
No, it isn't.
Well, he did Get Down Tonight, but this caller doesn't know from KC, from Get Down, from anything.
Play that funky music, White Boy.
Yeah.
Who did that?
Jimmy the Greek.
Yeah.
Wild Cherry.
Wild Cherry, that's right. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, we're going to be playing that any minute, right after Simply Red. And that'll fit together, won't it? Wild Cherry and Simply Red. That'll be magnificent. What a quinella. Yeah. That'll be on. That'll be great on Gonzer's Grill at lunchtime.
What'd you
We
say?
can have Cherry's Jubilee.
Never mind.
Never mind, sir. Just keep rolling, man. You're on a real roll now. What is your story?
Hello?
What do you mean?
In other words, what is it you want to tell us, sir, besides Funky White Boy, Get Down, WEDR, whatever, rap crap? What is it you want to say?
I don't know.
How about goodbye? That would be a good start. 27 till 9 on Zeta 4. Now, one of the interesting things in the book, now Stan keeps talking about the numbers, and I want to tell you, Stan, because I know you're listening to the show either now or on tape, it's embarrassing, okay? I mean, it's one thing when the numbers come out. We've always traditionally, whether they're great or mediocre, whatever, always talked about them for the whole market and for our own show. Mm-hmm. But after the 10th week, it gets a little bit old, you know what I'm saying? And, well, we got 27,000, 25 to 54, man, and we got, I mean, give it a rest. But one of the interesting things is we were kind of like all the way across consistent, right around a 4, which means we did better than that because that included that horrible month when we weren't here in October. Mm-hmm. But the last hour, I would have thought in the 9 o'clock hour, would have been comparable to what I used to do on AM. You understand what I'm saying? Because there's nothing else really going on. Mm. And one has to wonder what it is between 9 and 10. You follow what I'm saying? That should be a monster hour for the show.
And it's not. It's not the big hour.
I mean, it was not a bad hour.
No, but
it
it's
was
not the big hour.
It wasn't the very biggest. It was close. But it was not a gigantic monster hour, which it ought to be.
Well, don't you think it's got to be that Sandy Payton factor?
Oh, yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. We're up against some real stiff competition. And probably the collectibles guy's been on a couple of times during that book. Man, you can't beat that collectibles guy.
No, we can't even begin to.
Oh, Sandy, I've got a 1902 toaster that's run by kerosene.
Let's have a punch toast for Sandy, okay? Like right in the mouth. Boy, she is so bad, She to me, she is the epitome of radio in this market. Mediocrity.
Yeah.
Mediocrity. She is so bland and so mediocre and so boring and so repetitive and so just absolutely vanilla. And she's the epitome of the broadcast media in this market. Just bland and totally useless.
Mm-hmm. Quintessential vanilla programming.
And here's Bobby Bland on Zeta 4.
Bobby Blue Bland.
Right.
Yeah. Okay,
let's go to Broward County. Hello.
Ew.
Yes.
The Mad Flasher.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
How did you figure?
Because I saw on the phone line that there was a little rubber raincoat.
What'd you think of my show?
Not much. I think you and Stan have both given new meaning to the word no show.
I'm thinking about flashing the Santeria house next. What do you think?
Well, listen, if you value your chicken, sir, I would keep it at home.
Oh, do you want another show?
No, enough was enough.
Enough was enough.
Yeah.
There's more to show you, though,
Well,
Neil.
I don't want to see it. Okay.
What do you mean?
If you know Johnny Depp's home address, give us the number, but that's about it. Get rid of him. We have an open line in Broward. No, the guy comes up here. You remember that?
How can I forget?
In that stupid little brown car, and they drove up here, and the guy came running up, and he opened up his raincoat, and he had on, like, some stupid shorts and T-shirt or whatever. Mm-hmm. I mean, not undershorts, but regular shorts, which, thank God, because he was ugly. And he opened the coat and stuck his tongue out like a mad lunatic and ran back in the car, and they drove out. Then they came back in again, and,
Did it again.
Mm-hmm.
I think
the new rule is going to be we don't want any ugly people flashing in our window, okay?
I think it's poignant that the thing that sticks out in your mind most of all is the color of the car. So that ought to give him an idea.
That was the most memorable part of the whole situation. Okay, does that answer your question, sir?
That's not too good.
Dade County, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yeah.
This is Jose.
Yeah, Jose, buenos dias.
Happy New Year.
¿Cómo está?
Yeah, mucho bueno. Hell of a show today.
I know, it really is, isn't it?
Good topic. You may not feel very good, but it is coming through.
Now, wait a minute. What do you say? I may not feel very good. Why did you say that?
You say you were in a funny mood today.
No, I'm mentally. Physically, I feel fine, but mentally, I'm ready for a nervous breakdown. I'm just right on the very edge, right on the razor's edge of going over the brink.
Yeah, well,
I am.
Mentally, you're coming through loud and clear.
Yeah, I'm going to solve that, though, because I'm going to have all the phones in my house disconnected, because that's where a lot of my problem is.
That's right.
I tell you what.
A major part of my problem. Not as in Stan Major, but...
Oh, please, no, it's not major. I listened to him yesterday.
Well, that was pretty exciting, wasn't it?
You're right. No show.
Yep.
No show at all. Listen,
No show.
If they made you program director, you'd have #1 rating.
Well, I don't want to be program director. I get out of here at 10 o'clock, and I like it that way. I don't want to have to really work, but...
Well, they got everything else on tape, so they might as well put program director on tape and just let it roll all day, and they listen to your music.
That's a good idea. I think they ought to just put the whole station on tape the rest of the day.
Well, I tell you what, after you is no more. No more Zeta. That's it.
Really? Well, why is that?
Well, I go to Super Cool.
Oh, super cool.
Yeah.
Mm.
No way, I don't listen to that either. Listen, a couple of weeks ago, my wife is really turned on to you now.
Really?
I know it's no danger, so I'm okay.
You're absolutely safe in my hands, sir. Believe me.
But listen, I called you last year. I know right at the end of the year, and I asked you for a special song. I don't know if you don't play the song anymore, but if you please do me a favor tomorrow and play it.
What's that?
It's the Pussy song.
Oh, yeah.
You play that still?
What do you mean tomorrow?
Well, see, she can't have a radio at work. She only listens to you in the morning on her way to work.
Yeah, you mean Pussy Fell in the Well. That's the one, right?
There you go.
Yeah, we'll play that tomorrow.
Great.
What time does she go to work?
She goes between 7 and 8, Neil.
So, in other words, that's the hour I should play when she's in the car?
Yeah.
Okay.
Neil, she's beginning to love you.
Well, sounds pretty exciting.
Know what I mean?
For her, anyway, yeah.
Listen, Captain and the Bird are just great, and I enjoy...
The Captain and the Neil, yeah.
Yeah. I enjoyed listening to you guys, and I'm glad you feel better, and best of luck to all of you.
Thanks a lot, Jose.
Bye.
Buenos dias. The party animal just drove in. Speaking of no show, there he is, ladies and gentlemen, a man who has made more out of nothing than it's just incredible.
We got to play a spot here.
Oh, do we really? I mean, we have a lot of business today, and today's only Wednesday. God only knows what's going to happen tomorrow and Friday, huh?
And then the number 6 is a radio spy that had a story.
Oh, great. Okay, it's 21 till 9 at Zeta. We'll come right back for that.
Mitsubishi.
Sold at dead cost.
Suzuki's.
Dead cost.
Toyotas.
Dead cost.
Hyundai's.
Dead cost. King's Import Mile of North Broward announces
dead cost.
Over 1,000 cars, trucks, and vans on sale now. 60 will be sold at dead cost.
First come, first served.
This weekend only.
Toyotas.
Mitsubishi's.
Suzuki's.
Hyundai's. King must clear out at dead cost. You pay what Broward's biggest automotive merchant pays. Dead cost on many models.
Low financing. And save as much as $4,000.
At King's Import Mile of North Broward. If we say dead cost, it's gotta be dead cost. It's the law. King's Import Mile of North Broward. King, Mitsubishi, Suzuki, Toyota, and Hyundai. All on US 1 between Sample Road and Hillsborough Boulevard.
The Neil Rogers Show on Zeta 4.
It's 8:40 on a Wednesday morning, and we're just continuing to do our thing, you know, in spite of it all. We're just letting it all hang out today. We're finally speaking it like it is, right?
Mm-hmm. It's about time, don't you think?
Even when it hurts.
It hurt,
and
too.
it hurt
yes,
real bad,
it do.
believe me.
Yes.
Okay, but listen, we're going to get it all straightened out. Trust me. In fact, we're going to change the format again 3 times this week.
That's right,
Well,
Neil Rogers.
It's only Wednesday, Dr. Potts. Okay, Broward County. Hello.
Morning, Uncle Neil.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, last night I've listened to you for years, and I switch all around on the radio here.
Wait a minute, sir. Wait a minute. You said you swish all around?
Yeah. I was listening to Alice last night when him and Debbie were smoothing.
Speaking of swish all around,
6:30
yes.
and 7.
Mm-hmm.
And guess who phoned in? I know it was this person.
It wasn't Jack Sturdy, was it?
No, it was the egg.
Oh,
egg.
Geez.
And they pretended like they didn't know what it was.
Oh, of
but
course,
I know
yeah.
they did, and I just know it was the egg because of the hang-up, you know?
Oh, yeah. Well, the egg has a lot of
It was
hang-ups.
bursting there and hung up, so...
Alice was bursting?
The egg.
Yeah, probably
But I just have been
too
trying
much
to
striker
learn to get in
force.
to feed you that little tidbit.
That's pretty exciting.
Yeah,
so,
it was.
So he does have a sidekick now. In other words, I'm correct.
That'd be Ellis, yeah.
Yeah, that's
That'd be
pretty,
Ellis.
pretty revolutionary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I just wanted to let you know, and I can't stay on the phone very long. I gotta
Okay.
keep going.
Well, say goodbye.
Oh, goodbye.
Bye. Okay, that's an excellent little tidbit from one of our Zeta Radio spies. It's 18 before 9, and there's an open line in Broward, 779-3600. I will say this. In fact, there really aren't any open lines. They're just going nuts here today. It's been a wild topic. And you know why? Because these people are pissed.
Yeah.
Okay? They're sick and tired of being turned off by these music programmers who don't know their grass from their elbows. In fact, I saw the music director smoking an elbow. I'm serious. It was frightening.
But you notice Stan was not begging for calls yesterday.
That's true.
Plenty of calls.
Well, I called in at the end of the show, and I said, you finally got a good topic, and it's about time.
Struck a nerve.
or raw
something,
nerve.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I'm delighted he had all those Herman and McQueen fans calling in, all three of them. I think all of them worked at GTR, by the way, because from that first call, it was such an obvious setup.
Oh, no, that was
most listeners say, we do this and we do that, when they're referring to a particular radio station.
Right.
And then they say, oh, no, I don't work there. I'm just a fan.
Oh, yeah.
Just part of the fan club.
Fooled us.
Like the program director, something like that. What does that say? Caller number 5. Gesundheit, Captain Mung. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I'm a loyal listener, and I've been listening to your show all morning this morning.
Wow.
And I want to touch upon a couple things. First of all...
Touch this.
No, that's all right.
It's just a joke, sir.
I understand. First of all, not to stick up for Captain Dave, but Voices by Russ Ballard happens to be a staple at AOR Radio.
Now, wait a minute. He didn't say, though. He never heard of it either. That was a caller who said that.
Oh, that was a caller?
Yeah.
Okay. It happens to be a very heavily requested song at AOR Radio.
I don't know the song. I must
either.
confess. I'm not suggesting that I'm the maven on music. I don't know the record.
Okay.
Now,
Secondly,
maybe if I heard it, I might recognize it, okay? Because there are those, all of us have records that we don't know the title or the artist, but we could recognize the song.
that's a very good possibility.
Yep.
Next thing is, what I don't understand is that when a station has pretty much, for lack of a better term, garbage for ratings, like Zeta,
Yeah.
why the consultant? Why bring someone in from another part of the country to tell you what has to be played? Where
Do you want me to give you a very frank and honest answer about that? When any radio station or television station in America brings in a consultant, any of them, you know what it tells me? It tells me that the management doesn't know what the hell they're doing.
Well, obviously.
I mean, if you hire me to be the manager or program director, and I go out and I hire a consultant, then I shouldn't have been hired in the first place, because the only reason I should have that job is because I have expertise in programming.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And because I know the market, as you say. I mean, how the hell can somebody in Philadelphia tell us what's popular and what's going to play in Miami? It's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard in my life.
Bingo. Yet these guys are making fortunes, and we're not.
Yeah. They ought to tell these consultants to stick it where the moon don't shine, to take their contract. I mean, all you got to do is look at what their track record has been. The only numbers that this station's had has been with us in the morning, and we've only been here for 2 months.
Right.
2.5 months.
From what I understand, too, a lot of the stuff that Zeta is doing is very, very similar, as a matter of fact, liner for liner, almost to what K-Rock's doing in New York.
Really?
Yeah, a friend of mine was just down from New York, a disc jockey on one of the FMs up there, who is from this market. And he was here for a week, listened to Zeta, and basically said that you guys are doing exactly what K-Rock is doing.
Well, they must have some pretty crappy numbers after Howard gets off, don't they?
They do.
I don't know.
They do.
Because he was on Letterman last night, and Howard said that the rest of the station is a disaster. I don't know if he was just kidding or
it's in the twos.
It's in the twos?
Yeah. Low twos.
Well, so are you guys. So
that's right. See,
two more quick things.
They only wish they were in the twos.
And that is, we were talking about new music in the format, and you had said that MTV, they even have a block of new music.
Yeah.
The new music the new videos that they do in their new music hour are also in somewhat of a rotation.
All in program is rated CG for child rental guidance. Kids should decide whether or not their parents should be allowed to listen, because, boy, this show is really stupid.
So are you, you little punk. Do your homework.
Mama had such high hopes for her.
But I still say that, we have, 800-900 CDs in this building in our library. And the number of them that actually get played, you could put in a thimble and have room left over for the Chinese army. And that's the problem.
Oh, yeah.
We were talking before about Simply Red and the fact, okay, so they only had 2 hits,
right.
But they were both very, very good AOR records. They fit our format perfectly. And, there's so many groups and artists who fit into that category that you'll never hear that we don't play on this station. And if we would be playing them, there would be less of the Phil Collins and less of the CCR and less of the John Cougar and less of the repetition, and people would stick with it more.
Well, I hate to disagree with you. As good as those Simply Red records are, I don't think you could pigeon them whole as AOR records. I think they're more of a...
Well, let me say this to you. If Little Lies by Fleetwood Mac, and I hate to keep using that, but that's one of the best examples. If that's an AOR record, then certainly Money's Too Tight to Mention is.
All Right. Well, if you put it that way.
The whole concept of that record, it's a counterculture. It's an anti-establishment record. How can it not be an AOR record?
Well,
how can it not fit?
Well, maybe it just doesn't. Maybe I'm trying to pigeonhole it as not being a rock and roll record.
I don't agree with you at all.
Well, finally, you are having trouble getting Casey and the Sunshine Band records?
Yeah.
Okay. I have an original Casey and the Sunshine Band medley with all of the hits, which was done on a remix subscription service for disc jockeys. If I put it on cassette.
Oh, I'd love it.
Okay. I'll get that in the mail to you.
Excellent. Thanks a lot.
All right. You have a great show. Keep it up.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye. That'll be great. We'll look for that, won't we? Mm-hmm. We could put KC back on the map. What's wrong with that? You know, I said that the other day, and then a couple of people got bent out of shape.
Did they?
I think so. I mean, yesterday what we did, I guess, was really revolutionary when we played 3 KC records in the same day. I guess we played almost 4 because I played a little bit of Dancing in the Street, which I noticed got you excited.
Oh, boy.
Now, why has Richard Van Hook got his headlights on again? Now, that was only yesterday, Richard. Come on, cut it out.
He's a loyal Zeta listener.
I know, but there's such a thing as being a little too loyal, you know?
Okay, all right.
Let's not get carried away.
He'll be okay.
Will he?
Sure.
When's that going to start? Okay, let's get another call in before the news. Those engineers, man, I tell you, I've always had this great love-hate relationship.
I noticed.
Dade County, hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Am I? Okay, I guess so.
Yeah, you're it.
Listen, I'm home today with a cold, so I get a chance to listen to you longer than my morning ride in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
But I got to tell you, your morning ride has helped me out a lot.
Great.
I got to drive to Perrine sometimes, and people look at me like I'm crazy because I'm laughing behind the wheel and stuff like that. Listen, where did I miss the two of you coming down South Dade? Or is that still coming up?
Oh, yeah, it's coming up Saturday from 11 in the morning to 1. The Bird's going to be there with me and Scott Legier from 11 to 1 with the Hooter Girls.
Okay.
And they're going to be bolting on Zeta license plates.
Where is it?
Oh, yeah, that's right. At Specs on South Dixie Highway.
Oh, where?
Over across from the U of M. Specs Music.
By Red Road.
Yeah.
Okay, I know it.
What Road and Dixie.
Mm-hmm.
Right. What else am I going to say?
I don't know.
My brother's name was Neil, but that's not what I was going to say.
Oh.
Well, I guess I can't remember now.
Maybe he could get a show with Captain Dave. We could call it the Captain and Schlemiel.
Made that Stan Majors song.
Yeah.
To kind of revitalize. That's bad. I don't think you play Stan Majors.
A complaint about that. It's the first one, I think.
In other words, it got to you, huh?
Yeah, I was very surprised you resorted to turning on that song to get people, alive and well again. Because
I don't understand. We've only played it about 500 times.
I realize that. That's what I'm saying. It's kind of like finished already, you know.
Well, yeah, but so is his show, so that's why we keep playing. We're trying to do anything to revitalize it. Don't you understand?
Are you having that guest tomorrow, the kids?
No, we chased him away.
Yeah, that's better.
We don't need it. We've got enough pinheads here already without him.
I have to admit that the Bird was right on that one.
Yeah, well, just by accident, once in a lifetime.
Tell the Bird that I listened to his show when you were gone, and I got the tape, and he was super.
Yeah, she said she listened to the show when I was gone, and she got the tape.
I heard what she said.
Okay, listen, have a great day.
I heard what she said.
I'll see you later. Okay, 9 minutes till 9 on Zeta 4.
But I appreciate you repeating my compliments.
She said, tell the Bird, and I told the Bird. Okay.
You have an accident on 95?
Wait a minute, that's not the flasher again, is it? There's somebody in a little brown car. Oh, God
Please.
help us. Please don't do it.
Accident on southbound 95 this morning around 42nd Street. That's backing up traffic all the way back to 125th. Also an accident on Biscayne Boulevard, southbound around 11th Street this morning. State Lottery Department is promising figures today on the per capita sales since the $1 tickets went on sale January 12th.
Was that the same car, by the way?
Yeah.
It is. So in other words, they did pull up, but they didn't flash this time. Thank you so much.
I guess we should be thankful for...
There's only one person want to see him flash.
Sales have exceeded expectations, Neil. Lottery Director Rebecca Paul estimates 60 million to 90 million tickets were purchased so far. Now, California held the record of per capita sales, but they say Florida has outdone it.
Yeah, and a lot dumber people in Florida than California, so they're just out there puking their brains out on those lottery tickets.
Charlie Sheen's next role on TV will be on MTV. He's going to host MTV's pre-Super Bowl tailgate party at Jack Murphy Stadium in San Diego. That'll be January 31st. And Eric Dickerson of the Indianapolis Colts and Marcus Allen of the Raiders will also be on that show.
Yeah, I know you're big fans of both of them.
Oh, boy.
Just like Jimmy the Greek.
Giant fans, yeah. Cyndi Lauper is 35 today. George Burns, 92.
Wow.
It's also Fellini's birthday. The famous film director, Federico Fellini, is 68. And DeForest Kelley, who was Dr. McCoy on Star Trek, believe it or not, is 68 today. Wow.
Yeah, pretty depressing, huh? And William Shatner is 87.
Partly cloudy, breezy today with a high of 82. Low tonight 70. It's 75 degrees at Zeta 4 at 8:53.
Great classic rock and roll. It doesn't have to be old to be a classic. Zeta 4.
Florida Copy Corporation presents Tales from the Copy of Crypt.
Miss Fromkiss, you look as if you'd seen a ghost.
It's that copier again. First it attacked my original, then it spit out copies of something. Something so horrible I can't describe it.
Oh.
What could it be?
Who knows what evil lurks in the toner compartment of our old copier. I'd better get on the phone. Getting rid of that monster is going to take a pro.
You're calling an exorcist?
No, Florida Copy Corporation. They're specialists in removing the curse of a demon copier. If you've got a copier terrorizing your office, call Florida Copy today. We'll replace your old copier with an affordable new Rico copier that'll deliver thousands of crisp, clean, original quality copies. That's Florida Copy's clean copy guarantee. So if you hear when it's time to make a copy, it's time to call Florida Copy. 1-800-426-2219. That's 1-800-426-2219.
Look who got fat. Hondas are tipping the scales at $16,000. Toyotas are porking out at $17,000. And Nissans are weighing in at $20,000. Look who got fat. The Japanese. Volkswagen is still the lean, mean performance machine. German engineering was always superior. Now it costs less. Plus, your Dade Broward Volkswagen dealers have factory-to-dealer incentives. Incentives to sell Jettas. Incentives to sell Vanagons and campers. And the new 88 Volkswagen Fox will be priced at $66,10. A new Volkswagen Fox, just $66,10. Before you pay a fat price for a Japanese car, come see a Volkswagen at $66,10. Japanese cars won't have a fat chance.
Buy any stretch bib pant, get an HCC ski jacket free. Any restrictions? No. Extra charges? No. Limitations? No. Any held back? No. Any buts? Only yours. It's Sportsman's Paradise second giant ski sale. Buy any stretch ski pant, get an HCC ski jacket free. A $150 jacket free. Get White Stag or Coley stretch pants on sale, just $99, plus a free jacket. A special purchase, rear entry Solomon ski boots, $99. Solomon, $99. Plus Thinsulate gloves and moon boots, $10.
Coral Gables, North Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
Buy any stretch bib pant, get an HCC ski jacket free at Sportsman's Paradise second giant ski sale.
Neil Rogers, the rock and roll monster.
I can't keep up with what's been going on.
song at the Copa, Lawyers in Love. It's 9 o'clock on Zeta 4, Jackson Brown. I know that's probably a little bit too hip and too popular for Captain Dave, but we apologize. I'm sorry.
What? Too popular?
Yeah.
No comment. I'm not saying anything for
What
the
does that
rest
mean?
of the damn morning. Forget this.
What is that?
You're talking
is that an
about-
obscure cut?
You're getting on my case about saying that I choose obscure songs. That song was not a hit. It was not a hit. Look in the book, and I bet you it didn't break 30.
No, it was not a big hit.
I love the song.
It's a great record.
song. It's a wonderful record, and I like hearing it. But if I were to suggest that, you wouldn't play it because you'd say it's too obscure.
First of all, we've already played it before. I love the
Yes,
record.
'cause somebody requested
it's
it off the
not
telephone.
obscure, okay? It never. Oh, look at that. There's KC. Give it up.
Beg your pardon?
Oh, and then KC and the Sunshine Band, okay, together.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's KC with also see Terry DeSerio.
Mm-hmm. That's right. He's just multifaceted, that guy.
Please don't go.
Why don't you do the ID, Captain Dave, while he's...
What am I looking for now? Jackson Brown.
Jackson Brown. Why don't you do the ID?
History in the making on Zeta 4 today, ladies and gentlemen. We have a topic
Here's
on
Anita
the
Bryant.
Neil Rogers Show on WZTA, Miami Beach, Fort Lauderdale, and the Palm Beaches.
Oh yeah, it wasn't much of a hit. It only was on the charts for 12 weeks and got to number 13. That's not a hit at all, is it? You idiot.
That's not.
That's
I'm
not what?
I'm not impressed. 12 weeks, number 13.
What's wrong with that?
If it's top 20.
That's top 20, man.
We
pretty good.
would have never played that if that girl
That's
hadn't
not a hit.
requested it. That
Lawyers in Love by Jackson Brown.
It's a
12 weeks.
song.
It got up to
I know it's a
13. What's
fan-
wrong with number
he
13?
He can't hear a word I'm saying. I love the song, but it wasn't a big hit.
Let me point something out to you, okay? Now, wait a minute. Dr. My Eyes, there is nobody in the world who would say that was not a big hit, okay?
I'd say
that's a big.
All right, wait a minute. Now, this was 12 weeks on the chart. How many weeks do you think Dr. My Eyes was on the chart?
I don't know.
9, okay? And this got to 13. How high do you think Dr. My Eyes got?
20.
8. Okay, so there's only 5 positions difference. This was 4 weeks longer on a chart, and you're telling me that one was a hit and this one wasn't? You idiot!
Like I was saying, I think we should play that more often.
Oh, jeez. You know, this man, honest to God, no wonder he doesn't play music anymore. He just hangs out. And I wish you'd put it away, by the way.
Great video, Lawyers in Love.
Jeez.
Oh, yeah, and that was in heavy
You know,
rotation.
one thing about
on
Captain
MTV.
Dave, he may not be right ever, but at least he's consistent, you know? There's something to be said for consistency.
That's right, Neil Rogers.
Yeah, okay, Dr. Voss.
He is going to be at Kicks Lounge this evening.
Oh, yeah. And when you're there, kick him for me, will you, please? Everybody who shows up at Kick's Lounge gets to kick Captain Dave right in the old posterior for
You
me.
never hear that song, though.
That's
which I love
but
the song.
What does that mean? You never hear it. That's the problem, because we're too busy playing CCR. That's why you never hear it.
Can you believe
Because Peter Mung in there is busy programming all that garbage that we play.
Okay. So
all those
maybe
marginal cuts.
Maybe it was a hit.
All those Tom Petty records that haven't been recorded yet.
I can't believe we used to play that on Gloves. They
What?
never play anything like that now.
What?
Lawyers in Love?
Mm-hmm.
Did they really play it on
Yeah,
Gloves?
that's why I like it so much, because we used to play it on the morning show all the time.
I'm amazed.
Oh, you
that
know,
was
I'm so
playing.
worn out from him today. He has just been...
No, I've brought up some
Impossible.
interesting things but you refuse to talk about them.
Yeah, let's back up now, right? Let's just skip over the fact that you were totally wrong on that. You were so wrong, it's embarrassing, okay? I mean, why didn't you just admit you know nothing about music? You worked at Gloves all that time. You know nothing about music.
Bologna.
It's true.
As Glen would
I played
Bologna.
Foreigner, and he got all upset about that because it was too
I don't
popular.
get upset. I just say, it's an okay song.
No, you don't like Foreigner at all. You've already said that.
I
You
loved
ripped him.
Hey, in the late 70s and that rock station that we used to play him, I used to love playing their early
What is he
stuff.
talking about? That rock station. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Do you understand what that means?
No.
That rock station we used to play him. What does that mean?
Where I used to work
What?
in the late 70s.
Where?
At Y103.
Oh, Jacksonville.
Oh, in Jacksonville. No wonder you didn't mention it because nobody knows what the hell that is.
That's why I didn't mention
And nobody would care. That's almost as embarrassing as saying that Lawyers in Love wasn't a hit. A lot of embarrassment for one morning, wouldn't you say?
If you were to walk out on the street and ask somebody who did Lawyers in Love, they'd say, what? You got to admit that not many
Yeah, they'd
people know
probably
that
punch
song.
you in the mouth if you said Lawyers in Love. Unless you were in the Grove or somewhere. 9:05 on Zeta 4. We apologize for the intemperate behavior of Captain Dave this morning, but he's under a lot of pressure, a lot of stress. And, you know, when you've been in all of those heavy-duty plays. By the way, we didn't mention that Prince Edward is turning artistic now, which I guess comes as no great surprise, but he's joined some acting group or something.
I think he's done some before.
Well, but now he's getting into it heavy duty. Now that he's out of the closet, I guess he's really... Okay, let's go back to the calls, and let's go to Dade County. Hello. Are you there? Oh, I should punch this up. Man, I'm having a hell of a day today. Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Yeah.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm okay. Listen, I don't know if you know about what's going on 96 about the scavenger hunt or not.
No, I have no idea what's going on because I don't listen to 96. That's not for me. That's a teeny bop station.
I know, but the
You knew?
station is giving away $5,000.
So who cares?
Who cares?
Well, did you call me to promote another radio station? I'm not interested in giving them a promo for a contest that they're running.
I understand that.
Uh-huh.
I was just calling because I had known that you had talked to Tanner in the morning and you guys were sort of friends.
Well, we are friends, but I don't promote his contest, if that's what you're getting at.
Well, I guess that's kind of what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, what was the point of that?
Because she was going to call and promote something that they're doing on Power 96. I mean, we may be friends, but I'm not that crazy, honey. Are you out of your gourd?
Boy, she held on for a while.
Well, that's good. Well, I would, too, if I was going to get a free plug. What does that say? Caller newer 5. Okay. Broward, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yeah.
Have some guests on the show.
No, thanks.
I'm like, pal.
Okay, get lost. Believe that? That was him again. Mm-hmm. You believe it? Boy, did I make the right decision or what?
Yeah, I think
I told you. I could tell he was a jerk.
And no, go ahead.
It was my decision.
Yeah,
Mike,
just
okay. I
go.
could have gone. The audience was was overwhelming. They wanted him on the show.
So it was your incision.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Dade County, hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Morning, Neil.
How you doing?
How's it going? I wanted to bring up a couple things, if I may.
Okay.
I don't want to touch on anything. I know that can get into
Don't
trouble.
touch a thing, sir.
In any case, I wanted to ask you, who's the artist or people that do Rasta Jew?
Oh, that's
No,
what is
that was Marlon Bailey put that together.
No, that Marlon Bailey did not put that together. That's Gefilte Joe and the Fish. It's not Marlon Bailey.
Oh, it isn't?
Runaway Jew, Runaround Jew.
Oh, I'm
is,
sorry. I'm
something
thinking of the
from
wrong.
Marlon
I'm
Bailey,
thinking
yeah.
of the wrong cut.
You're
I'm
thinking of the
sorry.
wrong Jew.
Fish, huh?
Yeah, I'm thinking of I have the wrong Jew in my head.
Let me ask you a question. I went down to Blue Note the other day and picked up a lonely grain of corn.
Yeah.
Do they carry that also?
Did they carry? Probably, yeah. Gefilte Joe and the Fish. It's called Kosher Club as a group. Yeah, they've probably got it.
All right. I wanted to also bring up what Captain Dave was talking about before last hour about how mentality in the I'm not a radio expert or anything like that. I'm just your basic ordinary disposable income. But one reason I like to listen to you all is you do stuff different. You're not the typical radio station that plays the same 10 songs and just rotate them and so forth.
Yeah.
The reason I stick with you is you do stuff different, and it's interesting. I don't get bored with what you're playing. Why do you think they if they tried something, if throughout the market they tried something different like that, they may lose some of their listenership because the typical average consumer is basically a robot.
But you can't afford to do it, sir. We've been over that all morning long. You can't afford to be esoteric. Being an artistic success doesn't make it. There's just too much money at stake.
Do you think, though, that the draw that they could have in doing things differently, making things interesting instead of the same repetitious playlist, if you want to call it that, wouldn't you say that could bring alive some of the markets around?
No.
They wouldn't want to put the dollar on the line.
No.
That's a shame. That's a shame.
No, because people don't buy the music. They buy ratings. They buy audience. In other words, if you buy advertising, you want to reach a large mass audience. You don't want to reach some narrow-sued, group of people who claim to be, holier than thou or more intelligent or have better taste. They don't care about that. They want to reach a massive audience.
God, holy dollar.
Well, that's what the business is about. This isn't a charity. It's a commercial enterprise.
I'm not trying to dispute what you're saying or anything like that. It's just that
And the problem is we've got just too many people who want, and especially on a station like this, they're the young male audience, man. They want, like I said before, the heavy metal, and they want all these other marginal groups, and you can't build an audience that way. It's a tune-out. 95% of the audience is going to tune all that stuff out. They don't want to hear it.
Do you think what are they looking for? Are they looking for an active listener, or are they looking for someone who's just going to flick on the radio in the background and just from the advertiser's viewpoint, just on the off chance that that the listener would pick up their spot on the radio, or do they want somebody who's going to be actively listening to the program? Like, I don't know how your rate structure is set up, but it wouldn't surprise me if you were to tell me that the rates on your show might be higher than anything else, during the day.
They are, but it's a morning drive show, first of all.
Right.
And secondly, this show has higher ratings than the rest of the station, too.
That's my point. You keep things interesting. You keep things on the ball. You're not just playing the same basic stuff over and over again. You're not a boring talk
But
host.
that's a problem with that's a problem with FM. It's a jukebox, and it has been for years.
Right.
There are hardly any people in this business who've got the balls to put somebody on to do something different.
I don't know if I'm the average listener or not. I'm 23, and I have a disposable income, and the only thing I really listen to on the radio is either you or Stan. Now, Stan is fairly repetitive, but at least he does come up with some different different things every now and then. I don't listen to anything else in the market except for you and Stan. Every now and then I'll put on Bruce Williams, but I know how you feel about that. That's a different story altogether.
The end of the world.
But give Captain Dave a chance. Why didn't you? Why didn't you want to bring that up on the air?
Bring what up?
Well, when he was saying about how the business in general.
No, but because that's a different subject. It has got nothing to, we could spend another show on that about new artists and about, how they don't get a chance. That's fine, and there's probably there is a tremendous amount of truth to that, but it's got nothing to do with what we're talking about. It really doesn't.
Right. Well, one man's opinion, I suppose. Give the guy a break. He's doing all right.
He's doing great, but he's just, wrong, that's all. See you later.
All right.
Bye-bye. It's 11 after 9. I mean, it's not like we have some kind of a feud going here. It's just that he's full of it, and he knows it. He's well aware of it. But he just likes to be an agitator. That's his whole role on the show. He doesn't just go out and check the thermostat and turn on the air conditioning and eat a lot of fruit.
Hey, guys, what's going on?
We've been ripping the daylights out of you. We told everybody to give you a kick tonight at the Marriott Lounge, okay?
That's all right.
The Cypress Creek Marriott. Between 6 and 8. Get your kicks on route whatever it is. Okay, let's go to line 3. Well, we have to come up with a long closing song today because I am worn out, man. This has been such an enervating, draining session today, you know what?
But anything you got there?
No, we're not going to. Then we'd have to play it in here. Although I guess we could give it to him. Yeah.
I mean, I know that's unorthodox.
ELO, that's probably a little bit too, what? What would you say?
That'd be a great idea.
ELO?
Mr. Blue Sky
No,
again?
not Mr. Blue Sky.
You liked that song, though.
I don't give a damn who liked it. We're not playing Mr. Blue Sky. There are no times on this one, which I just can't believe. I hate that when they don't do that.
Then that's not
I was going to play
eligible.
Valerie again, but I'm not going to do it because he'll get very upset if I play that.
I like that. What are you talking about? See, you're putting verbiage in my
You'll get upset?
mouth.
You won't get upset? Is he going to get upset?
No, I like
Captain
that
Dave?
song.
Oh, that's the wrong cut.
Yeah. How about Can't Get It Out of My Head by ELO? That was a hit, and that's a beautiful song.
I like that.
What is that?
Can't Get It Out
Can't Get You Out of My Head by the Letterman, yeah.
David Letterman.
Speaking of David Letterman, by the way, Howard really sucked last night on the David Letterman show. He was so bad. 9:13 on Zeta 4. guess we owe the audience an apology, right? Gonzer said that Lawyers in Love was all distorted on the air, which I don't understand why, because there was nothing out of the ordinary going on in here.
Not in here either.
So what can I say? Goes to show you we had no business playing that, right? It's a marginal record.
That was, it sounded distorted?
It did in my car.
Oh, that's your car.
If nothing else did.
Huh?